What's up, guys? GuildMaster, we made it. We are at the American Best Value Inn. Actually, not bad. Pretty clean. Yeah, check-in was at 3. It's a little bit before, so no problem. Room's clean. I don't see any cockroaches. Hard floor, so easier to clean the cum off. I mean, clean up the floors. Springy beds. Going from memory foam to a spring bed feels kind of weird. I'm in the back of the building, and behind me is nothing but baseball fields. So it ain't bad. Ain't bad. Not only badly priced too. They charge $100 deposit, which you give back at the end, hopefully. But yeah, I made it, guys. So I got my swag bag. Brought my other bag from last year. Swag bag will go through. A lot of free books that you have to hunt around for. Most of the grab bag was like discounts from, oh, excuse me, farted, vendors. I got here about 12, and I've been at the convention, saw a couple people, Charles. Tried to get a demo game of Conflict in, but no one was really doing them. I don't know. Weekend's still early. Tonight is Wally's Basement, 7 to 9. I'll probably head there around 6, so I might get a nap in. Brought my new cooler, my foods, some other stuff. Got the AC on. It's 100 degrees down here because all the concrete and metal. Yeah, it's going to be a Historicon. Luckily, the hotel's AC is cold. I don't know if it's going to be an issue, but there's always been issues with Wally's Basement and the vendors. And because there's construction downstairs, I'm not sure where the board game library is. But with that being said, Wally's Basement's in the same hall as the vendors. Granted, it's a cross against the far wall next to the bathrooms. If you've ever been to Freedom Hall at the hotel, the bathrooms are clear against the wall. Really big section. Way more tables than normally in the basement part downstairs. So, okay, that's kind of cool. So maybe there's more vendors. Part of me, I'm so tired. Part of me saying, like, do I even want to go? A lot of people already went around. I did pick up Chain of Command 2. I found it on sale, believe it or not. I grabbed a damaged copy, which just has a big dent in the side. It's a rule book. It's going to get beat up. That, and I got some tokens. Whatever, you need tokens. Got my shirt. Got my kind of goodies. Yeah, they were landed. Ironfoot's floating around. I kind of didn't really buy much yet because I'm just walking. I'm not looking to buy much this con. We'll see how the tournament goes. So, not that I was eavesdropping, but I'm like a ninja. I'm a really big ninja. No one really notices me unless you know me or seen the channel. And heard some scuttlebutt. I don't think people realize folks were coming to this Boltaction event. And since it's the first national qualifier, there's concerns. Because it might attract the wrong kind of crowd, the greasy kind. We'll see. You know what I mean? I know me, Ironfoot, I know Charles is playing. He's running like a 3 big cat list. I think it's like a fur. I know there's a king tiger 2. There's a yog tiger, and a I don't know if it's an elephant or another yog. He's running an 8 dice list at 1775. So he's just doing it for fun. I got my thematic DAC with my anti-tank rifles. I'm thinking personally, I'm running 21 dice. I have a feeling I'm going to have a lot of dice compared to some people. I think, excuse me, this is me throwing out there, I think people, because they have to hit that 1775 for armor platoon, I think folks are going to take one big massive tank and then fill it out with chaff tanks. So there'll be one big head, kind of like I do with the Tiger. The Tiger's a centerpiece, and then I have like the Panzer 8, and then, because I probably could have done like Panzer IV and a couple Panzer IIIs. Like, but I want to run a cat. Running a cat in a tournament sounds fun, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we made it, guys. First part of the video. The giant mech looks awesome. The one here in Stateside for the pond. I was kind of hoping there'd be more in a swag bag. Last year's swag bag was money, dude. We got that Clash of Steel starter in it. I'm not saying this is a bad one. The discounts are nice, but I'm not looking to buy much, so whatever. Although my bag number is 76. Is that a sign? I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, it should be a good time. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to record tomorrow. Probably in between rounds, I'll be able to talk a little bit. Actually, recording games. You know, like, guys, it goes. For one, I'm in the zone playing. I forget to look, and not only that, there's some people who are very weird about getting recorded, and I understand that totally. Yeah, everything's going good so far. Have a good time. I'm glad the hotel's kind of nice. It is a little bit cheaper, but you know how it is. Like, even with the discount, the hotel, it's pretty expensive for a hotel in the thing, which ideally is what you'd want, but well, whatever. Yeah, I'll probably take a nap. Definitely get another shower because I'm sticky. Set up for Wally's basement when I get there. I'll probably leave here at 6. Set up a booth, set up a table, kind of see what happens, see what I can unload. I'm trying to get rid of as much stuff as I can this weekend. I'm hoping 2 days worth will help get rid of it. It'll help fund my vacation so far. Alright, guys, talk to you later. Hey guys, DJ, GuildMaster. I'm at a Wargaming. So day 2 of Historicon. I got out here Thursday, which is yesterday. Today's Friday. Things going good so far. Did Wally's basement yesterday, first part of it. Made like 400 some bucks, honestly, which literally paid for, honestly, a good portion of my trip. If I'm using that, being quite frank. Like I said, the hotel was only like $280 something total, almost 300, so that paid for. Filled up was like almost 100 bucks. So far everything's been paid for. I'm gonna do it again Saturday for 2 to 4. I got rid of a lot of stuff, believe it or not. There used to be 3 big totes, and one's quite frankly only half full. So I got rid of a lot of stuff, which is kind of good. See if I can get rid of the rest of it tomorrow. Today's the Boltaction day, big day. I'm in it. Ironfoot's in it. A couple of guys we know from our areas in it. Paul Hoskin, Charles's dad. You know what I mean? We'll see how it goes. 1775 is a pretty big number. I've been hearing people talking. Sounds like there's going to be a lot of Germans, which makes sense. They have a book for one. And they have some of the biggest tanks in the game. So we'll see how it goes. Sounds like I'm a little bit thin on armor, like everyone said. It's kind of true. I'm definitely on theme, but like my one buddy, Mike, I forget his last name. I played him twice in the Boltaction events out here. Good dude. He is a King Tiger and 2 Panthers. I'm like, ugh. So it sounds like a lot of people instead of just doing a max 770, not max, but 775 men, they just went all in. And he's like, yeah, I got like a handful of Fallschirmjäger. So the only thing I can kind of think my strategy might be, neutralize all their infantry. It sounds like a lot of people are taking minimum squads, veteran but minimum. So I'm hoping I can neutralize them. And then the vehicles that aren't veteran, I think my mortars will work good. They throw D2 pins. My mediums can actually give medium tanks like pause. And as long as it's not a veteran vehicle, me hitting it with heavy weapons causes pins. And I'm thinking the mortar's causing D2 pins. I'm hoping that it causes people to move their tanks so they lose the aiming bonus. At least that's the plan. We'll see how it goes in practice. I really have no expectations for this, honestly. I think it's going to be a good time regardless. Still trying to get a conflict game in, guys. That might be Saturday I get one in. But I just want to see the new rift mechanic, stuff like that. The thumbnail's probably going to be the cool mech they have. But yeah, that's about it. Day 2. Day 1 honestly was really good. I'm going to try to do updates between the rounds. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to record any of the games, like I said before, earlier in the video. Because some people just aren't about that life, and I get it. They're here to have a good time, relax. They don't feel like having a camera in their face. You know what I mean? Which I totally respect. That's about it, guys. It's like almost 6:30. My alarm hasn't gone off yet. The event starts at 9, so you figure it'll probably start around 10. I'm probably going to leave here in a little bit. I know that's super early. Nothing's open over there. However, just parking's such a hard time to get over there. I'm hoping to get in the parking garage again. For all you guys who have come to the Historicon, it's probably the biggest gripe. Not even a gripe. It just is what it is. Parking's just really bad out here in Lancaster. I mean, because it's at a hotel itself, they have to give their staff priority for parking. Or not staff, but, you know, I mean, residents? Patrons? Not patrons. I get. So, like, last night, it was closed, a parking garage, but I saw a car pull out. So I was like, well, either he couldn't find a spot and he's leaving, which I highly doubt because he had to pay to leave, or there's a spot open. So I'm hoping I can go over there, grab a spot. I got my cooler. I'm going to fill up with cold drinks and ice on the way over. And I kind of hope for the best. I will leave all my stuff in the room, like my other stuff, my dolly and everything. I'm putting it out to disturb. We'll see. I don't think my stuff will be in danger out here. A little bit nicer part of Lancaster. I say that. You know, knock on wood. Alright, guys. Next time you see me, we'll probably be inside the convention hall with my army. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Guys, DJ GuildMaster. So I'm like an hour and a half early, talking to some folks here. It's always nice, cool about coming to con. Enjoys me a lot of cool people, some cool background, just talking history and stuff. There's supposed to be 40 to 30 some players. We'll see how it goes. I got army already set up, kind of ready to go. Bajillion dice. So the cart is a lifesaver. Still, I have a pretty full, so should be a good time. Just kind of waiting to see when we start. It's supposed to start at 9, but you know how that goes. I think more around the order of 10, probably 9:30 it'll get started. All right, I'll let you guys know after round 1 how we're doing, how we're faring. All right, talk to you later. What's up, guys? So that was in round 1. I did pretty good. I fought a Russian player with like 4 IS-3s. A lot of stuff was regular. We had like 8 dice. So I ended up winning. I lost 3 dice. And I ended up knocking out almost 3 to 4 of his. Tiger killed 2. And then this stuff was regular, so I was able to just pin it with my anti-tank rifles and mortars. So it wasn't too awful bad. I was able just to keep pinning his stuff, making a move or rally or whatnot. So hopefully I can do it again. Looks like I'm fighting another Soviet player. I'm not sure if it's what this sitting here or not. We'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, I'm on round 1, going into round 2, just coming off of lunch. So they said we're going to start around 1 or 1:30, but there's a ton of people not here right now still. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. What's up, guys? So that was the end of round 3. So round 2 was a good one. I played that Soviet player. We actually fought to a draw. So it was 5 to 5 dice. And then, so it was a draw. So then my second one, I played, his name's Pablo from Italy. It was a tight one. And then I ended up getting a, it was like a light truck with guys in it just off the board. Turns out it had a recce. And whenever I went to shoot at it, it was able to zip off because I couldn't put a net up. So I had 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. But after that, we had like an hour left. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna call it. There's no way I can get across. Because he killed my other truck, and we were just knocking units out. And I was like killing stuff as it come across, but he had a bunch of little units in there. Although I can't say the Tiger for the day did good. Knocked out a Firefly, an IS-3, and a IU-122, I think. So that was pretty awesome. Panzer 8 actually knocked out 2 vehicles today. So it went really well, I thought. Believe it or not, I didn't lose many order dice. So grand total, I was running 21 order dice with 8 tiny units. And I ended up, first game lost 4, second game lost 5, and then the third game lost 4. So I literally lost a little over, I think, a third overall day, which is pretty awesome. It was just one of them days some ways, some dice rolls and stuff. We don't play against British too often, so I wasn't 100% sure on how stuff. I'm just killing units as it's coming across the board. Plus the board was really rough for us. Other ones had huge lines of sight to run off. This one, a handful of little channels. That's it. I'll go over more detail later, because it wasn't a bad game. My plan worked for the most part, which was almost nobody had veteran vehicles. I was one of the very few with veteran, even against German players, which I thought was surprising. If you can take a veteran Panzer vehicle or tank, it's worth it. Panzer Ace is so good. Because of it, it's the reason I shredded the Firefly, the IS-3, like that extra +1, keeping it at a 7 and an 8 within half range is brutal. Fucking brutal, dude. So, yeah. And then the Tiger, front armor 10. I think I got hit 1 time today in the front, and then I ended up just bouncing it, you know what I mean? And then a few times guys shot at me. I'm like, man, I'm a veteran, you can't put pin on me. Literally, I just ignore it. And then people are like, what? But yeah, my mortars was pinning guys. My anti-tank rifles were pinning people. It worked for the most part. All right, guys, I'll talk to you. I'll record a little bit during the ceremony. We're gonna blow stuff out. We'll just see how it goes. So, the end, they're gonna do some prizes. Hey, what's up, Sean? Say hi.
How's it going?
New fan, met me at the con.
Yep. New fan. Just subscribe to the show.
That's awesome.
Yep.
He'll watch a couple videos, he'll unsubscribe.
That's not true.
All right, let's see how this look goes, guys. 1-1 drew, 1 lost 1.
Me too.
It was a really good time. Like, Tiger survived all 3 games. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I'm Fitzgrowler.
There's a couple of caveats. One of the prizes has a logo on it that looks very much like the one on my shirt. Ben, the owner, likes pictures, so we can always blur your face, but you're going to have to get a picture taken. That is a prize you get. And you may or may not have to shake my hand, and then do, like, if you saw Milan, or the Emperor does a thing, like, kind of do whatever. But before we get to any official awards, I'd like to hand one out for most heroic action. This is to Corey White's anti-tank dogs. Woof, woof, boom. They, in fact, blew up a tank. Corey, whose tank was it? Mine. Thank you.
Who knew they actually worked?
It's the only thing they killed the whole day.
Hey, bud.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Thanks. I forgot about him.
At Mike, because then I'd have to hear about it.
Who won? I don't think, not me.
You know yet?
Oh, they're getting ready for announcing them.
I have 29 prizes here. There are 36 of them.
But you all got coupons and bottles.
And there are
you're going to get a code for
Coupons.
Here's your leader 2. Right? Sorry. Here's your course 2. Video game company called Sleep.
It's a little loud.
But the ones I handed out before, one is a 10% off coupon to Things from the Basement. Wonderful people that are over there. And the other that had the 3D printed model is 10% off to... Thank you. But they're right next to each other, and there's some really neat stuff there, and you seem really nice to have the red shirt on. So.
Okay, so anybody who's been to my tournament before knows the best reward, the guy that gets to pick the first prize, is the guy that finished last. Great. So, and we have trophies. So the guy that finished last even gets a trophy for finishing last. And we call it the Bad Day at War Award. For one reason or another, we shouldn't have a good day. And that is going to be Joseph A.
You have first choice prizes.
I got a picture of your growler in there, but I didn't tell him it was full of coffee. Yes.
Alright.
Ooh.
That's the guy that did the best. Alright, next up, maybe we have best allied player. He's playing British today, won all 3 games, 82% of his soldiers are going on. Wow. So, there you go!
Woo! I better put my one guy back. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Coming in last. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Badger Games, Chill. The Rubicon, Hobbies and Things, Silver Eagle Games. Oh yeah, Warlord. I had 200 pounds.
Ha ha ha. Uh-huh.
Don't let that throw you off.
And it was taken by the Hungarians last year. 2 wins and a loss. 72% of your soldiers.
Wow.
There we go. No, you don't need one. They require anything one of these cards. Alright, so now we're going to go down the list in order of your finish. This isn't disheartening at all. I don't know which other way. So this is
I'm calling it. Hey guys, DJ, Guildmaster, Handmade Wargaming. Whew. Well, Historicon's over. 2025. Another one in the bag. I got home a little bit late night yesterday. I ended up coming home. I only stayed for 3 days. Wednesday or Saturday. I'm still tired. I ended up going off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I come home Saturday night. All in all, it was a good con. I've seen a lot of fans of the channel. You know, a couple guys who just literally discovered us and like subbed that day. So I'm going to shout out to Mike, Michael, Sean, I think Raphael. Oh crap! The one fella I met in the stairs with his son. He told me his name. I think it was an R. Crap. A couple other guys. Anthony, I knew from before. You know, just it was a good time. Seen a bunch of friends. Me and Ironfoot went out there. We went there for the Boltaction Nationals. Talked to John Russell a little bit. Did some Conflict 47. I don't want to give too much away because I don't know who's always reporting what, but I'm kind of excited. Conflict looks really good. The one thing I can tell a lot of people that I found out, and I think I could say this, I don't think I'm going behind the curtain, we're such a small channel. Force Org is exactly like 3rd edition Boltaction. So take with that with what you will, because it had its own unique Force Org before in Conflict, but I guess this is modeling right after 3rd edition and some other stuff. I've seen some weapons of infinite range now, so that's something new. Rift dice seem pretty cool, kind of random in some of the stuff that they do, but interesting because it beefs up Rift units. So excuse me. Some powered armor units can go up to 7. That's right. Powered armor 7 units. So armor 7, that's pretty big. And some other kind of cool stuff. Also talking to John, which is pretty cool. He said he'd like to come on the YouTube channel sometime. So I was like, for real? He's like, yeah, send me an email to your channel and maybe we'll hook it up sometime. I was like, all right, cool. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. So he might be on the channel coming up. But I'd like to say thanks and hello to all the fans, for all the guys. It's pretty awesome meeting people, and I'll be honest, a lot of us, basically we're just a crew of guys who play, and like I know I'm on there the most, and guys are doing stuff, but like it's very humbling that you guys take the time out to watch us. I appreciate it. There's way better channels, way better quality, I feel. Thank you. Thank you guys very much. It is very humbling that folks like watching us. I mean, that's cool. Yeah. We're gonna try to do some more for you guys. Get some more videos back up and running a little bit more often now that I'm back in the house. As you see, I'm kind of still moving in rest of my stuff. it's just a lot. But yeah, thanks guys. Thank you very much for subscribing, sharing, and liking, and watching, commenting on our videos. It's awesome. It's really cool. It's just really cool. But Historicon is really good. Me and Ironfoot want to do an AAR about the Boltaction event. Few tweaks, few things. This is more or less just like a kind of an end to the Historicon thing. All in all, I had a great time. I still think the grab of the, because me and Ironfoot both had gotten the mystery swag bag. I thought it was still pretty good. Last year, it gave me that real big Clash of Steel box. This one had a lot of coupons, which is really awesome, from the vendors, some free miniatures, some rule sets. I didn't get everything, honestly. The one thing I did get a Dietrich's Games. They gave you a free set of rules, and it turns out they're a non-profit that goes to schools, colleges, I guess, like community colleges, stuff like that, and they help institute board games, and a lot of them are history based, try to get people into history, learning history and stuff. Which, let's be honest guys, whether it's far fantasy or like a lot of us play historical, like Boltaction, all them games, history is really important to a lot of us, you know what I mean? And I think today's culture, and I'm not going too far, I'm not going political, but I think today's culture forgets a lot of history, misconstrues a lot of history, and people are actively modifying it. Whether for good or ill intention, it's being modified. But I think history is very important because, like that saying goes, everyone knows it, but no one heeds to it. History repeats itself. And we have to be the stewards of that history to try not to repeat itself. But society does it every time. You know what I mean? But history is real important. But long story short, they're non-profit and they take donations. I end up giving them $100 donation, which I think that's a cool thing what they're doing. It helps. Besides us all building our communities around us, this is kind of cool because it feels like it reaches out and like gets more people. But that was really cool. Wally's Basement was upstairs this year. I guess I was talking to the volunteer guy who does it every year, and because I sold Thursday and I sold Saturday. And I had some other friends I knew from the Berg, they were selling. I did really good. I literally paid for my trip. Now, great, I took 3 totes of stuff, books, miniatures, some terrain. We all have that stuff. Big pile of Legion, big pile of Star Wars Legion. And I sold a lot of it, but I almost made enough to cover my entire trip. That's the gas was covered. Everything was pretty much covered. And I took a bunch of it. I still have some left over, but I took a bunch of it and I bought more terrain for our group. So you're going to see some more terrain. I'm going to refine that 15mm airboard, and then I'm going to finish the 28mm airboard because the airfields. That's kind of this project coming up, is I want to do a 15mm airstrip for Flames, Team Yankee, whatnot, and then do 28mm for Boltaction and other stuff. And I got a little bit of sci-fi terrain, some of it to coincide with conflict. Picked up some Dust minis. Dust is a dead game, but some of the miniatures, you put them on a different base and do a little bit to them, they can fit for conflict, I feel. I might try running 2 units of the werewolf guys. Let's just put it this way. Dust had these cyber gorillas, if anyone's ever played that. I'm thinking we're going to have a unit of werewolves and a unit of cyber gorillas. I think it'd be kind of cool. Plus, I think it'd be interesting to paint them guys. They're like big Tesla fists, which is weird because Americans have, well, it's not weird. America has Tesla weapons. Germans have grav weapons, apparently, in this new one. They call it the space gun. It's a gravitational weapon, which is really wild. A little bit behind the curtain, John was telling me some stuff. He told me some lore that they were exploring, and he doesn't know if that final product's coming out. He also said, for all you guys who've liked Korea, there's some people who like the Korea supplement. I didn't know this. John helped write that. We were talking about it a little bit because I'm like, hey, are you guys going to explore Korea? Because that feels like the next logical step in conflict. You know what I mean? And he's like, after all the books are out and for Boltaction, we're supposed to start working on a redoing of Korea to be in line with 3rd edition. So for a lot of you guys who like Korea, and there's a group out there, there really is, they're going to be working on it. Probably after they get they have to get all the books done first. All in all, it was a good con. It was good just talking and John. Seeing a lot of people, seeing a lot of friends that I know from my area, and then folks from across the country you always see there. You know, I mean, that's what makes going to them conventions nice. Is you see people that you know from there, and that's it. It's the only place you know them from. And you might have friends with them on Facebook and stuff, and you know, you guys, whatever. It's a good time. Meeting fans was awesome. Something I noticed too this year. Well, it felt like there was way more younger people. Now, for a time there, I'm in my 40s. I don't care. That was some of the youngest people at Historicon. Now there was like folks in their early 20s, mid 20s there. A lot of them, which is hopeful for that style of war game. You know what I mean, guys? Like, that's awesome. That tells us it's going to continue to grow, hopefully, or at least keep going. Try to keep it going. It was a good time. I'm going to Adepticon in March of next year. I think I'll still go to a Historicon, but I'll probably do what I did this year. Went 3 days. If you guys are going to a Historicon, I'm going to try to do a survival video towards Historicon. But the one hotel I went to was American Lodge. I'll be honest, I was there. I looked at it once before. It's under new ownership, I feel. Clean, nice, it was affordable. Only 15 minutes from the con. That's something else too. This year I was able to get parking on Saturday and Friday, which is really unheard of. It's hard on Saturday. Granted, I got there like 10 o'clock and I was able to get a parking spot. So some people said attendance was down. It felt a little bit that way. Like I said, his basement was a good time. I think what we're going to try to do as a club, still try to get Kilt and Fabricator and the Cleric to come out with us. Try to do like a little crew. If we can get the crew to come out, I wanna try to do maybe some sort of get a room or like a conference room where everyone plays games, and maybe try to do a heavy metal wargaming meet and greet open play area. You know what I mean? Like we just sit there, have some drinks, bullshit, play some games, just sit there and just talk and get to know you guys, and you guys get to know us a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna try to do next year. I'm gonna run it past the guys. I'm sure everyone will agree, but it's just getting everyone to go out there. That's the hard part. Because like it is hard. For some folks it's hard to get out there. But kind of rambling, but it was all in all a good con, guys. I liked it. I always like going out there. I feel I have a good time. I think we're going to try to do next year as a club, as a group, get a bunch of our stuff that we don't use anymore, and then go to the basement and just liquidate it, honestly. Turn it into new models, new terrain. I bought very little models out there, only a handful of figures that were like stuff, or a handful of books that completed my collection. Because I'm in the process of getting all of 3rd, 4th, and 5th edition 40K codexes, supplements, and rule books. Because if we play those, we're not playing one page rules. I have everything to where, oh, you want to play 4th edition orcs? Here's the book. I mean, let's write up a list and play. Plus, too, those were the funnest times I had in that game system. 5th edition was probably when I had the most fun in. 4th as well. But with that being said, guys, I'm kind of rambling on a little bit. I want to kind of finish this, try to get this out. There should have been a video dropped the other day. We did a couple shorts. Try to get this out to you guys. And then me and Arnful will try to get together and do an AR, what we thought, like go over our games. I'm not sure what his record was. Mine was 1-1-1. All were good games. The last one was a little bit challenging. I think it was because of a little bit personalities, different game system, language barrier a little bit. Yeah, it is what it is. But I had a good game. I had a good time overall. A lot of people liked my dock. I was really proud of how they looked. And the Army did what it was supposed to do for the most part. I know, like I said, one of the guys, I talked to Mike. He's the fella from Maryland. Hey, what's up, buddy? Like me and him talked. He actually was commenting on the Army, the AT rifles, and they kind of worked out a little bit. But I don't want to get too far in the weeds. But a lot of people, unless you were German, it felt like, didn't bring veteran vehicles. So my anti-tank rifles and my mortars, I was throwing pins on everything. So it was nice because if someone would park a tank, I just started dropping mortar rounds on it. I couldn't hurt it. You know, I mean, only 1 or 2 tanks I could actually like glance, but a lot of the other ones I just throw a pin or 2 on it. The one IS-2, he parked it, and I just okay, and I ranged in a light mortar. Did the bonus to give 2 pins to it. He's like, well, shit. And it forced him to keep moving his vehicles. So, like, that was pretty big. But all right, I'll get more details on that later. This is probably going to make this little Historicon video like a half hour. But, hey, guys, you like, share, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. We appreciate it. I'm working on some merch, some more merch for the store. There's hats and shirts. If you guys want to pick one up, that's awesome. But until next time, I'm the GuildMaster, heavy metal wargaming. I'm tired, guys. Heavy metal wargaming. Always sees the objective.